Hey, Crusader Nation, today's segment is all about how the big MSM is going the way of the dodo bird or the Etzel, depending on whose side you're on. But before the hits start rolling, if you're looking for talk about MAGA politics and conservatism with a heaping helping of American history, the good news is you come to the right place. You're right where you should be. That's exactly what we do right here every day for 3 hours, and we stream live here on the Mike Church Show every weekday morning. So you can use me in the show as your alarm clock by tapping that subscribe button right there. You see that? Tap the subscribe button and turn in on all the notifications, and that way it'll go off just like an alarm clock. And you'll never get stuck listening to Eddie and the Breitbart Breakfast Flakes ever again. Look for us also on your favorite podcast service for the podcast version of this show, wherever great podcasts are heard. Now, the reason you really came here, on with the show. This is Mika Brzezinski, daughter of famed Soviet commie wacko, and Morning Ho Joe on why they visited Mar-a-Lago. Now, again, there may be some truth in this, but I'm telling you why. NBC sent them there to try and get Trump to stand down on all the things that are about to happen to big media. And that includes his $10 billion lawsuit for libel. Coming, folks.
Over the past week, Joe and I have heard from so many people, from political leaders to regular citizens, deeply dismayed by several of President-elect Trump's cabinet selections, and they are scared. Last Thursday, we expressed our own concerns on this broadcast and even said we would appreciate the opportunity to speak with the president-elect himself. On Friday, we were given the opportunity to do just that. Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. It was the first time we have seen him in 7 years.
Now, we talked about a lot of issues, including abortion, mass deportation, threats of political retribution against political opponents, and media outlets. We talked about that a good bit. And it's going to come as no surprise to anybody who watches this show, has watched it over the past year or over the past decade, that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of issues, and we told him so.
What we did agree on was to restart communications. My father often spoke with world leaders with whom he and the United States profoundly disagreed. That's a task shared by reporters and commentators alike. We had not spoken to President Trump since March of 2020, other than a personal call Joe made to Trump on the morning after the attempt on his life in Butler, Pennsylvania. In this meeting, President Trump was cheerful, he was upbeat, he seemed interested in finding common ground with Democrats on some of the most divisive issues. And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we? 5 years of political warfare has deeply divided Washington and the country. We have been as clear as we know how in expressing our deep concerns about President Trump's actions and words in the coarsening of public debate. But for nearly 80 million Americans, election denialism, public trials, and January 6th were not as important as the issues that moved them to send Donald Trump back to the White House with their vote.
All you MAGA people.
Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Oh, yeah, we want to talk to the
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent
By the way,
response
why did she do all the
were you
talking?
even close to anything
Why the hell
that could
did
be
you
considered a rational
pipe
thought.
up, man boy?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, I think that's about sums it up there. Why did she do all the talking?
They learned nothing from that.
Well, you didn't even say you were sorry. You called him a Nazi. Didn't say that you apologized for treating him and me and Maggie and Kurt and Chicken Lady and Bob and Ammo Matt and Cuzzy and Bird Star and Shaffeltine and Josh and Isaac Konas and Kaiser and all the rest of us. You called us white nationalists and supremacist terrorists. You imply that we wanted to kill people. You imply that we wanted to burn buildings down. We wanted to burn government buildings down. We were going to find government people, drag them out of their beds, string them up by the neck in their front yards, and kill them. Where's the apology, Joe? So, insincere, for our English-speaking friends. I was thinking of unlikemanship. Insincere, fake apologies rejected. But miniature please, you have to be able to have mercy. The Lord's Prayer, that forgiveth our debt, that we forgive those who trespass against us. You got it. I didn't hear an apology, did you? All I heard was, can we just keep, is it okay if we keep calling you a Nazi? But we'll be friendly.
Yeah, we're just going to open the lines of communication.
We're going to open the lines of communication. Hey, Nazi!
Line 1.
Right. President Trump's on line 1. Why do I want to talk to that effing fascist? They're desperate. They want cake and they want to eat it too. Well, you know what? They can suck it. I disagree with Greg Gutfeld. Greg Gutfeld on the 5 went, okay, look, I'm going to take the highest road of all high roads yesterday. And Greg basically said, I'm going to pretend that they're sincere. They're not. But I'm going to pretend because Jessica's over there looking at me like I should play the high, I should take the high roads. But it's basically what Gutfeld, who to me is emerging as just one of the, he's a funny guy. And he does say some wise things from time to time. Gutfeld goes, but I'm pretty sure that this was just an attempt to save NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, these people, Rick on for the win, Rick on for the win. That's exactly it. You're not important, Joe. Nobody cares. Your little dwindling audience is shrinking every day. You know why? Because people that hate their country and people that that love their country are going down in popularity. It's not a popular thing, and no one likes to be in a room full of haters. You people that think that it's so cool to wade into rooms and drop turds and other people's punch bowls, whatever they may be. Well, I hate to break it to you, but none of that's going to come true. That ain't going to happen either. So I don't know why you're smiling. Maybe I'm smiling because I have the opportunity and God's given me another chance to become a saint today. How about that? Maybe I'm smiling because I'm going to face some adversity today and I'm going to try not to throw a temper tantrum over it. That's just me. Maybe I'm smiling because I had the opportunity to meet someone new. Maybe I make a new friend on Twitter today. Maybe you send me an email. I get the first email of the year from someone that doesn't listen to on the Crusade Radio Network. Literally, it'd be the first one. On any of the other network outlets. I am King Dude at protonmail.com. Maybe I'm happy, just because I'm 6 feet over and not 6 feet under. Whatever the case may be, I happen to think that I'm like Gene Kranz in the Ron Howard movie Apollo 13. With all due respect, sir, I believe that this will be this agency's finest hour. Folks, our backs are against the wall. We're $38 trillion in the hole. We're 230 some odd, 60 some odd, who knows, in the hole in unfunded liabilities. We have all manner of people that are meandering about aimlessly, although I think young men are starting to turn the corner here. Our manufacturing has been sold down the river to China and Mexico and every other Hades-forsaken third world country in the world. We don't make our steel. We can't get education to our young people. We can't get health care to our old people. You know what we can do, though? We can help the Ukrainians bomb the crap out of someone else's country. We can lop the genitals off of teenagers. Oh, yeah, let's have a party. You know what we can't do? We can't stand and say, hey, city on a hill, shining. Can't say, well, you know what? We'll just call the manufacturing people up down there near Pittsburgh or Allentown or whatever. They can make that steel product for us. You know, you need a new brake, a new type of brake shoe or rotor or hub. Hey, Elon, you can get it made right here in America. Can't do it. So yeah, there's a massive challenge out there. There's an entire 2 generations, maybe 3 generations of Americans who have been trained to hate their parents, who have been trained to despise their great-grandparents, who see no virtue whatsoever in the year that was 1776. Don't think anything good ever happened before Bill Clinton was elected president. So yeah, we have a challenge. I think we're up to the task. Let's do it.